Hello beautiful people and welcome back to another video by your girl here, Big Bubbly Beauty. It's so great to see you all again. So today's video is another trash or treasure where I go through my makeup and I decide what I want to keep going forward and what I have not tried out before, and you know, it's a first impression, as well as a do I keep it or not, and what pieces I have kept in my collection that I've gone in the past, ooh, I probably should have gotten rid of that when it sucked for me the first time, but for some reason I kept it, and let's get rid of it now. Now, of course, if these things don't work for me, that doesn't mean that they don't work for anybody. It's just that me personally, they're not the best thing for me or for my style of makeup. So if you love a holy grail item and I say it's not for me and I put it in the trash, that is just personal preference. It is not saying anything bad about the actual item. With that said, let's get into it. Now, I do love my rainbow hair so much, but I don't know when this will be coming out in terms of when I'm filming and uploading videos. So if this is the first time you see it, welcome to my new rainbow hair. And if it's not, I hope you guys like the rainbow hair. Let's get into the makeup. So I have my handy dandy mirror here because I am blind without my glasses. I normally wear glasses and I can't wear contacts because my eyes hurt and it's not a good time. So I have my mirror and I usually get like nice up and close because I can't see. Yeah, some of my hair is like full on neon and it's kind of cool. Oh, you can see like the indents from my glasses in my hair. Oh well. Anyways, so the first thing that I wanted to try out was actually a new purchase. And this is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup SPF 45. And it's in the shade 2N1 Desert Beige. And it's like a supposed to be a moisturizing sunscreen foundation. So we'll see how it goes. I heard really good things about it and I really wanted to try it out. So we're just gonna, I have no idea if it's the right color for me either. On my hand, I don't know if I can see that, it's very runny, but like on my hand it looks like a pretty decent match. So hopefully it sits nicely. So let's just give this a try. Pop some on a foundation brush. I prefer brushes to the sponges. I don't have enough time to buy the sponges as frequently as you need to. That's really the only reason why I prefer the brushes. Easier to clean. Is it because it's like sheer, or is this actually like, for once, a very good shade match? I don't know if it's because it's going on mostly sheer, or if it's just an actual shade match. Did I finally get it right? I think I did, because like I feel like this is a good match. Awesome! I never get my shades right in foundation, so like this is a monumental step if this is the correct shade. It smells like sunscreen, by the way, just as an aside, not even related to what I was just saying previously, but like it smells like sunscreen with a little bit of perfume, so like it's not a bad smell by any means. Like you can tell there's sunscreen in there. It definitely is very thin and liquidy, so it definitely goes on a little bit more sheer, which is not unexpected for a sunscreen foundation. Like I think it's supposed to just be a light coverage summer foundation. So I'm not expecting big things out of it for sure. And like to be fair, this is only my second pump and I'm almost done my entire face. So I'm thinking that even though it's not sitting the best on my skin, it does look a little dry. Maybe I try out like a very moisturizing setting spray, because the color match makes it so that I want to freaking keep this no matter how it sits, because the color is just so accurate. Like maybe it just needs a little spritz of moisture at the end. I had a setting powder out. I think I might switch that out for a setting spray just to give my face a little bit more moisture, because maybe this is one that you actually apply with a damp sponge, but the coverage of that, not bad. It is a light to medium coverage, which is fair. It probably is buildable. It sits a little dry, but the color match, so good, so good. All right, so for concealers, I guess before I move on, I should say this foundation, while it doesn't sit the best, I'll reserve judgment until after I can hit it with a dewy setting spray, and if it plays well with a setting spray, then like gives a bit more moisture in, this is going to become my staple foundation. Because like that color match, goddamn, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so for concealers, I have two different ones to try out. I have this Rare Beauty one that I'm going to try on blemishes, and this Kaja Don't Settle that I'm going to try underneath my eyes. So let's start off with the Rare Beauty. This is in the shade 200C. I remember not liking this, but I can't remember if it's just because I didn't like it under my eyes, which is why I'm going to try it as a blemish concealer. The foundation did a really good job, actually, of covering up the light blemishes, the acne scarring, because I only have like 3 actual deeper, darker blemishes that are poking through. The rest have been like covered enough that I feel comfortable and confident. Like I don't really require a full, oh my god, my skin is absolutely flawless. I'm like, fine if you see a little bit of that redness, a little bit of that imperfection coming through, but I don't want those big spots, like those big, oh my god, that's an acne pimple kind of spots to show through when I do my makeup. I don't necessarily need it to be like stage worthy, just like everyday worthy where it's just not noticeable unless you look hard, right? And so this foundation actually did a pretty good job of covering up those problem areas, except for the really big ones. So a little bit of spot concealing, not bad. I just let it sit a little bit to try and give it a chance to cover better. Okay, so that does do a good job on acne spots. It's just not a great under eye concealer. So I'm going to say keep, actually. Treasure the Rare Beauty concealer, but not for under eyes. Because I remember that. I remember not liking it under my eyes. So this is the Kaja Don't Settle. And it is in the shade 4 Waffles, I think. Hopefully it's not too dark. We'll just try that underneath the under eyes. Not a big fan. So I understand that my under eyes are very crinkly, but I don't want the concealer. Like I understand that it'll go into the lines. I just don't want it to emphasize the lines, which this is kind of doing. It's kind of emphasizing those lines, so it's not the best. We'll see how it wears. Again, with all the base products like the foundations and concealers, you do have to give them a little bit of time before you can like fully make your decision. So I'll come back to them at the end of the video. But first impressions, not great. Not super good. Moving on, I have this Aesthetica Jet Setter Contour Highlight Blush Palette. Now, obviously, it is not for all skin tones. It is literally just for my skin tone. Sorry, the blush is very, very pale. Sorry, not very, very pale. The contour shade is very, very pale. The highlight is very, very pale. But the blush shade is very, very shimmery. So we'll see how this goes. I've never tried this brand before at all, let alone this contour palette kind of thing where there's only one shade to choose from. And I haven't really done like a full-on glitter blush before, so new things all around. I'm gonna use this as like a mix between a contour and a bronzer. The pans are big enough, which is nice to actually get the brush in there, but let's just see. I'm not even sure if I can tell a difference. So let's just go in on the other side just to make myself feel better that it matches. But it might be too light for me. I really should learn to pin my hair back. It's getting in the way. Okay, time to check. I think I might have to rely on you guys to tell me whether or not you even see it. Like, did it show up? I actually can't tell. I cannot tell. Admittedly, this blush shade here is much more peach and kind of reminds me a little bit of like Orgasm by NARS, like just a tiny bit because of the shimmer. We'll see how it goes. So it's very subtle. Like it's not that shimmery. It's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. It does give a nice glow though. Take it back a little bit. There's significantly more glitter in that side than the other side. And the pigment is very sheer. Like we'll try to build it up. It's like maybe it's just the first few dips into the palette aren't going to be accurate. I'm not sure, but we'll build it up a little bit because if you've been on this channel long enough, you know I like a heavy blush look. But in general, I've come around to liking more buildable products, especially like bronzers and blushes, because then you have a little bit more room for error. As long as it doesn't move the products underneath, then if it's buildable, it's a good formula, usually. Hyperpigmented stuff is great, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to control and it's very easy to do too much. So if you're starting out, buildable is wonderful. If you know what you're doing, I think highly pigmented would be great. And it depends on like how much makeup you want on your face. If you want a very light layer, then something buildable probably isn't for you. Whereas if you want something that you can like easily control and don't care exactly how many layers are on your face, then buildable is great. All right, well that's the blush. That actually, not to toot my own horn, but that looks really nice, or at least it does in my mirror. I don't know how it looks on camera, but like I like that a lot. It's a very subtle, like very natural looking blush. If it didn't have as much glitter in it, it would be great. Now the glitter is very fine. It's very fine, thin glitter, so it's not as bad, but it would be better if it wasn't like glittery at all. You know. Speaking of glitter, it's time for the highlight. We'll see how this goes. This highlight looks very glittery. I don't know. But then again, it's a very fine glitter, so it might work out well. Yeah, not super sparkly. Ooh. I don't know if it's picking up well on camera, but like, okay. So the funny thing about this palette, if I'm remembering correctly, is I'd gotten it from FabFitFun, but I had ordered actually something else. They sent this to me by accident. Best accident, I think. So far, I'm really loving this. Like, that highlight, oof, kind of overdid it on that side, actually. Let's just some of it off. Let's just diffuse the shit out of it. If you're not heavy-handed and a bit of an idiot like I was, that is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is amazing. Yeah. Okay. So this palette, surprise, I thought I was going to trash this for sure, but this Aesthetica Jet Setter Contour Highlight Blush Palette, treasure. Like absolute treasure. This is actually incredible. Okay. Interesting. Did not expect that. I do have glitter sparkles places they shouldn't be though, but I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. I actually don't normally use setting sprays. Like, does that come at the very end? Or does it happen now? Like, do you do your eyeshadow first? Let me know in the comments down below how you guys do it, because I'm actually not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and keep going forward with the look. So this, I have a brow product to try out. So I had gotten I chose 12 items from Huda Beauty to make my own advent calendar series. I'd gotten this Huda Beauty Balm Brows Full and Fluffy in the shade 5 medium brown, but I'd used the pencil instead at the time, which worked really well. So I have a feeling this is not going to be my shade. So is it going to be even worth trying it out? Oh yeah, that is a very different color than my actual brows. I probably shouldn't even try it, because it's a lot lighter than my actual brow color. Okay, switching gears. I'm going to go grab a setting spray and I'm going to go grab a different brow product to try, because as much as this might be a great product, it is the wrong shade and I picked wrong for my eyebrow color. So I should just give this away. It's not trash, it's just, and I'm not even going to try it. I just don't want to ruin the product because then I can't give it away. So I'm going to put that away for now. Okay, so instead of that one, I grabbed the, what's this called? Billion Dollar Brows On Point Waterproof Micro Brow Pencil. It is in the shade Taupe. When I swatched it on my hand, it's like very ashy. And I feel like the darkness just depends on how like heavy you go with it. So we're going to try it. I've used it before, so I don't feel as bad about if it doesn't work. Then it's like not as unfortunate as if I used it and it's a new product and then I can't give it away. So I have used this before. I'm going to try just filling in, so I did this with my Kimchi Beauty video, but I tried filling in just the sections where it is a bit more sparse rather than going through my whole brow, and it looked really good, at least to me, because then I didn't overdo my brow. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, so contrary to what I thought when I first got this product, it is not easy to use actually. It goes on quite thick, and so what I found that works really well for me actually is going through my brows afterwards with the spoolie and kind of like moving the product around and using it almost like an eyeshadow fill rather than like you seeing each individual hair stroke. It kind of just fills it in behind the scenes, so it makes it appear more thick. I mean, I think it's fine. I do have things I prefer now. I think because you can tell the shade match is not perfect, I think this is a trash for me. Just because, as I said, it's not the right shade. That's all. If it was my proper shade, then it would be a treasure. It is a little hard to use, but it's not terrible. It just depends on how you want to do your brows. So it's not like bad. It's just that it's not my shade, so I shouldn't keep it. Yeah, my brows are definitely more almost black, like a smoky gray, black kind of color. Very dark. Didn't quite match, but that's okay. It's a good product, just not for me. All right, next. So I'm a little torn on how to do this because I have this lipstick here that I want to match my eye look to. And this is a Pat McGrath lipstick. So I think what I'm going to do is going to start with the lips and then do the eyes. Maybe a little, you know, out of the box, but we'll just try it. So this, again, I got from that Kimchi Beauty box that I will be unboxing, but so watch out for that video. But this one was just the closest lip liner to match that lipstick that I could find for the Pat McGrath one that I wanted to try. So I'm just gonna pop this on. Okay, now that the eternity and a half that it takes for me to put on lipstick is over, I mean lip liner, let's put on the lipstick. So this is the Pat McGrath lipstick in the shade Beauty Junkie, or 423. I did splurge. I finally bought a Pat McGrath lipstick. I don't know why I bought a color that's not an everyday color, but we're just going to try it. So again, this is on top of Kimchi Beauty Froze lip liner. So YUM05 Froze, and then this is Pat McGrath Beauty Junkie 423. Okay, that is an amazing lip liner to lip color match. Holy crow. That's actually a good match. Wow. Now, how does the color look on me? Oh, it actually matches my hair. That's great, actually, because there's like pink and purple right up at the front here. So that actually matches better than I thought. So I like that. That looks good. So I don't really know how to judge it besides the color looks nice and it went on really well. That's a good lipstick. Do I think it's worth the price that you pay for Pat McGrath stuff? No, absolutely not. Would I have gotten it if it wasn't on sale? No, absolutely not. So I take that as you will. I did want to try this Jeffree Star The Gloss Heaven's Gate lip gloss because I think in my last video for my Jeffree Star mystery box I didn't get a chance to. So it's just this white gloss. The only problem with white glosses is that the tube will inevitably get really gross because it'll take on the color of whatever lipstick. So that's the only unfortunate part, but here we go. Oh, I love that old school vanilla smell. It's so good. Just because Jeffree Star glosses can be a little overpowering, I'm just kind of like being a little bit more sparing with it. That added a nice little pop. And probably because I didn't use too much, it's not sticky or anything. I figured I was gonna like that. So these three are definitely still treasures. Like it's just a basic lip. Honestly, it's nothing really super special, but I like it. Keep for sure. Next is the Naked Cherry Palette by Urban Decay. I know the Naked palettes were huge a while ago and I've never tried it. I bought them and I've never tried this palette before, but this is what it looks like on the inside. I don't know how I feel about like the narrower pans. I don't think I like them. I think I prefer the circle pans, but that's just a personal preference thing. I'm gonna try out the brush that comes with it. It's got a fluffy end and a more packed end. So it'll be good, the fluffy end for the colors, this for the inner corner, and then I guess my finger for just the shimmers. But let's do a look that matches this lip. That's why I did the lip first. So, I mean, I like to go kind of neutral with my looks. So I'm gonna start off in Feels. I don't know if you can see that. That one there. Just all over the lid. Let's see how this brush does as well. It's got a good amount of pigment to it. Wow. And it's buildable. So did Urban Decay just fall off because they're no longer super trendy? Because like this is a good shadow so far. It's very buildable. It's pretty pigmented, but you can diffuse it. It moves nicely. I can see why it was an alt for so long for so many people. Urban Decay shadows in general, the Naked series. I think they just stopped putting out like super trendy products, so that might be why they're not super popular. So I'm gonna take a tiny bit, because they're very pigmented, a very tiny bit of Bing, this matte shade over here. It's a bit more purpley. Just on the outer corner. Admittedly, the color feels in the pan to my eyes is different. It's much more warm on the eyes, where it's like much more cool toned in the pan. So I don't know how Bing, this kind of like cool tone purple-y red pink is gonna go, but we'll just try it. That was easy to diffuse. I like that. Like you can see, as if you packed it on, it would stay and it'd be very pigmented. But I like that you can soften it. And it is very blendable. Wow. I'm actually going to take this thing and pull, let's go into Juicy. It's more peachy shade just right under the eyes with the little stubby brush. Okay. I'm feeling it. I might pull a little bit of Devilish just on that outer edge, which is like a bit more of a deeper red. Take a very tiny bit and just on that outer third. Nice. I'm liking this so far. Now, I actually do hate picking up shadows with my fingers. I know it's the best for certain shadows, but like, I'm just not a fan. So I'm going to try a brush. I have this BH Cosmetics brush, just a flat brush, and try picking up a shimmer. Specifically this Young Love shade here on the edge. It's like a darker shimmer. I'm just going to put that on the outside. Okay, so that laid down pretty well. I'm going to take the fluffy brush and just diffuse it a little bit because it went on a little too well. All right, now I'm going to take Bang Bang, bright pink one, put that on the inner third of the lid. This one doesn't lie as nicely as the other. Like it doesn't pick up as nicely. So you do need a bit more. That could just be the pigment of it doesn't pick up on a brush as nicely. This stuff moves like a dream. Okay, I see you. That's very good, actually. I'm going to take one last thing. I'm going to pop an inner corner highlight in. I guess some more of Bang Bang because there's not really a lighter shade per se. I'm just going to pop that right in the inner corner. There we go. That is the look. These eyeshadows honestly blend like a freaking dream. And this brush is super soft. Like I really like this brush quite a bit. Okay, Urban Decay. I can see why you were so many people's bias for so long. This is a really good freaking palette. Like beautiful performance, beautiful colors. It's not patchy. The shimmers are gorgeous. Like they're more impactful probably if you put them on with your finger, but like I like this soft, subtle shimmer that happens once you kind of blend it out a bit. Dang. I really like that. That is so good. Why did people stop liking Urban Decay? So I see it in like people's makeup collections when they're going through it. They almost always get rid of their Urban Decay stuff. I'm just like, it's really good. It's really good. I really like that. That's definite treasure for me. Also the color palette. Like I like mauvey kinds of shades on my lids. It's just my personal style. So it's a good match for me. All right, next is this NYC Kohl Brow Eyeliner Pencil. I guess I could have used this for my brows, but it's in jet black. So I'm just going to use it as an eyeliner pencil. I think I got this in my Rexall mystery bags. I've never tried it, so I want to try it. Here we go. I don't like it. Okay, so I never actually thought there would come a day where I hate an eyeliner because I'm like, black eyeliner. How do you mess that up? It's just an eyeliner pencil. Yeah, I hate this. Like, this is definitely an eyebrow product that they were like, oh, hey, it's black. Maybe we can make this an eyeliner. No, absolutely not. It hurts. It hurts so much to get any color payoff whatsoever. Like, it's very, very not good. I'm going to trash this. This is not a treasure. That is definite trash. At least for me. Again, personal preference, but like, ow, that actually hurt. Like a lot. So we are going to try out this Fenty Beauty mascara in the shade, oh, I guess it's in Cause I'm Black. And the kind is called Full Frontal. Yeah, if you notice the lid, looks a little chewed, doesn't it? Yeah. As soon as I got the box, somehow, I left the room for a few minutes, come back, and the dogs have started chewing on the mascara. Don't know how they got it off my table, but they did. And yeah, the lid is damaged, but luckily the part with the actual product is completely unscathed. Like they just got the handle, and I don't even think they got into the actual wand bit either. I think it was just the top of the handle, which is good because then A, don't have to worry about going to the vet for my dogs because they ate mascara. And B, I actually still get to use the product, even though now it looks like it's been chewed. Like there's teeth marks on it. But let's see how the actual mascara works. Oh wait, there's different sides to this. There's like a short side, which I don't know how the hell you would use, and then 2 longer sides. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know how much that's picking up for you guys, but such a big difference. Holy cow. Okay. I mean, it is hard to judge a mascara because it really depends on how it wears throughout the day and how much it falls beneath your eyes as you go through the day. So like, I can't tell you that on transfer, but on first application, wow, it looks so good. Am I just gonna buy a $25 mascara from now on? Like, I don't know. If this doesn't transfer, this is my new holy grail product for mascara. Like, I have never felt this strongly about a mascara ever. I love the effect it's giving, and it feels comfortable. So I used a different one in my Kimchi Beauty video, which was a new mascara, but like it hurt. It hurt a lot. So we'll see how this one wears, but I love the effect that's giving my eyes. Please, 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 please don't mark my under eyes throughout the day. Hopefully not. We shall see. But I really, 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 really like that mascara. Wow. Okay, last. This is the Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. But before I do that, I'm just going to take another look at the actual foundation. So the actual foundation is a bit dry, unfortunately, but like I still like it. It's weird. Normally don't like dry looking foundations, but I quite like this one. This is, as I said, the Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. Let's just give it a little spray over here first. That mister is actually super fine. Wow. I'm impressed with the nozzle on that, if that makes sense. Like, that's a super fine mist. Let's see how it looks on the skin, but like the actual spritzer, I've come to appreciate the spritzer. Like, I have. That's a good spritzer. I mean, I can't really tell how much of a difference it actually made, but overall, do I like my makeup look? Yes, I do. Let me know in the comments below what you think about my makeup look. But I'm going to go through all the products one last time just to say what's a trash and what's a treasure and make up my mind on certain things, and we'll go from there. So first off, face products. This one, the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydro Rescue Moisturizing Makeup with SPF. Well, yes, it does sit kind of dry. I still really like it. I think it's a treasure. I mean, like, this skin color match was incredible. It's got SPF in it, so I like it. And maybe if I just moisturize my face better, it will be better. I don't know. But I'm going to keep it for now. I think it's a treasure at the moment. The Rare Beauty Concealer, gotta admit, does pretty well for blemishes. So I'm going to keep that. That's a treasure. The Kaja Don't Settle Concealer, after time, actually looks better under my eyes than it did when it started. I will give it credit. As it warmed up, it kind of like stopped looking really dry and scraggly and cracky, and it looks really good under the under eyes now. So this weird rare product where it looks better after time. Yeah, I actually like it now. So I'm going to keep that for sure. It's a treasure. The Aesthetica Jet Setter Palette. Very pleasant surprise. Definitely a treasure. I feel like most of the stuff that I went through today was treasures, which is just like unheard of. The Becca Skin Love Setting Spray. I like it. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily see a huge difference right now. The mister alone makes me want to at least give it a shot to see how long it wears for, so it's a treasure for now. The Billion Dollar Brows on Point thing is a trash just because it's not my shade. In terms of lips, all of these are treasures. The Kimchi Frosé lip liner, the Pat McGrath lipstick, it feels really good actually. And it kind of like sits better over time, which is nice. And the gloss by Jeffree Star in Heaven's Gate, also looking really good as long as you kind of use it sparingly. That's also a treasure. So all of those are treasures. The let's do the eyeshadow palette, the Naked Cherry eyeshadow palette by Urban Decay. Absolutely treasure. This is incredible. I love it. Yeah, so good, so good. I can see why it's like one of their flagship brands, one of their flagship lines, I should say. The Naked palettes, if they're all like that, I'm gonna get more. Let's just say it like that. This NYC Kohl brow pencil thing, just trash. And this Fenty Beauty mascara, I love it so much so far. As long as it doesn't like crumble under my eyes, this might be a mascara that I will purchase at full price. And that's saying something. Normally I'm just like, nah, it's mascara, who cares? They're all the same. This, I can see it. I can see why people are picky about mascaras. This has converted me. This is an actually good mascara. So as long as it doesn't like crumble under my eyes, this is a keep. So, I didn't get rid of much. I actually kept a lot. Like a lot more than I thought I would. I am very surprised at some of these. Like, I didn't think I would like those concealers, but the way that I used them worked out really well. And I was surprised at how much I loved that palette and how much I love the face palette. So there were quite a few loves there and very few trashes. There was many treasures and only 2 trashes. And one wasn't even that the product was like, I don't think it's a bad product. It's just not my match. This NYC pencil I personally think for me is a bad product because it hurts. My eyes are sensitive. But that is everything in this Trash or Treasure video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you guys enjoy that? What were your favorite products? Do you think that you would keep some of the things that I didn't? Or do you think that I am completely crazy about some of the things that I love and that you would be like, yeah, no, that looked terrible? Let me know in the comments down below. But please be nice with it. If you think it's terrible, just be like, yeah, no, I think that's not quite your shade. But don't be rude. You know what I mean. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day, beautiful people, and I will see you next time. Bye!